Hi guys. Hi. Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to this family meeting. Even if I no talk am, I'm supposed no say today we go get family meeting because I think we missed out on our family meeting yesterday. I don't know guys. I don't know how I packed this hair. So just ignore the hair. We're here to gist about some important things. This is not part of it, okay? So gather. All right, guys. When I don't land. Hi, Stels. Hi, Shelly. Hi. All right, guys. So I have quite a number of things to talk about. I mean, it just revolves around the whole head of house and yeah, just all of that. But before we go on, I feel like I need to mention to you guys again that the housemates have been paired in twos and each pair came up with names for their teams, right? So can you guys hear me? My network is really good today. Okay, so just let me know. Can you hear me so I know what the problem is? Can you hear me? Just say yes if you can. It's lagging. Guys, is it lagging at your end? They can hear me. Do you want to check your own internet? Maybe that's where the issue is from. But anyways, guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time on my channel, hi, my name is Austin Betha. I'm so glad to have you guys here. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do well to hit the subscribe button before you leave, okay? I need to mention, this is a live stream, so it's usually longer than my normal videos. It's not blurry on this end. I mean, I cleaned my lens. I know that for sure. So please check. Maybe it's your network, okay? We have 12 pairs in Biggie's house right now. I don't know if you guys followed with the videos I posted yesterday. Um, um, I'm distracted, okay, because I'm reading your comments. Some of you are complaining that it's blurry, is this, is that, but my lens is really clean. So if it's blurry, it just means that the network on your end, I guess, is bad because people or other people can see me and they can hear me. So it just might be the network, depending on the network provider, service provider you're using. Okay. So let me just run through the names of the pairs, right? Okay, I think I'm just going to ignore what's being written there for now because I'm really distracted. So we have 12 pairs in Biggie's house right now, and you know they were supposed to come up with names and all of that, right? So Tabang, I'm going to just call it out the way they are and all of that. So we have Tabang and Nana, right? Tabang and Nana, their name as a pair is Tabana, okay? Tabana. Then we have Nelisa and Yemi, and their pair name is called Yelisa. Yelisa, that's Yemi and Nelisa, right? We have Juicy J and Olivia, and they are called Juovla. Some people want make I bite myself. They are called Juovla, right? Like Juicy, then Olivia, you know, so Juovla. Wala day. For JP and Luke, we have JK, right? So JP, Luke, JK. For Justin and Yvonne, we have Juvon, right? Juvon. For Tatsy and Ebubu, they are called Royals, okay? They did not use their name initials or whatnot. They are just called Royals, okay? For Kanaga Junior and Blue Ava, they are called Kaniva. So Ka for Kanaga, then Niva for so Kan, that's Kanaga, then Eva, that's Blue Ava, right? We have Yaya and Marvin, and they are called Maya, right? Maya. For Melly and Jenny O, they are called Jenny Lee. Sounds like Jet Lee, you know? They're called Jenny Lee, right? Then for Sandra and Teotro, they are called Santio, right? Santio, like Sandra and then Theo, right? For Black Boy and Ipeleng, they are called Blaqleng. Blaqleng. So black, then Ipeleng, right? So Blaqleng. Then last but not least, We have Miracle and Kosi, and they are called Kosicle. Miracle and Kosi, they are called Kosicle. So Kosi and Miracle, Kosicle. Okay? Now that we have that out of the way, guys, they played their head of house task earlier this evening at about 6 p.m. and they had quite a number of games to play. To be honest, I joined in when the guys had started playing the first round, where they had baskets tied to their waist, and they were twerking for the balls in the basket to fall off and all of that. I did not particularly hear the rules and the regulations, but I'm guessing that they were supposed to twerk until all the balls in their basket fell off, right? And as soon as they were done with that particular round, Big Brother called the housemates, the male housemates that qualified for the second round. So they included Juicy J, Black Boy, Miracle, Marvin, Kanaga Jr. Okay, and of course by default, their female partners had to now participate in the second round. So I think Big Brother had probably said, "Oh, the guys will play for the first round, and if when he picks out the number of qualified male housemates to move on to the second round, the guys will not now be the ones to play. It will now be their partners, their female partners, that will play the second round, and then subsequently the third round, which is the final round, they would now play together. So for the second round, it was more of a roll-up challenge, right? So what that meant was that they were supposed to. So Big Brother had placed toilet paper on the floor. He had rolled it out, and there was a start line and a finish line. So he had rolled out the toilet paper, and at the tip of the toilet paper where he had rolled it out, he put a glass of wine. I don't know what was inside the wine, inside the glass, but then it seemed like a glass of wine. So he had placed it on the tip of the tissue paper, and what the housemates were supposed to do, what the female housemates were supposed to do, was to gently roll the tissue paper, make sure it doesn't break. If it breaks, you have to move your cup and then just keep going till you completely roll it. So you're supposed to pull the tissue paper alongside the glass of wine that's resting on the tip till you get to the finish line, and that's when you know that you're qualified for the next round. And Big Brother mentioned that all they need to do is to roll, not lift the tissue paper. Do not lift the tissue paper off the floor, just roll it back nicely, right? So when they did that, of course, the female housemates that participated by default, by default of their male counterparts winning the first round, included Blue Ava, Ipeleng, Kosi, Olivia, Nana, and Yaya, right? So the six of them, played this roll-up challenge, and at the end of the game, Big Brother called out Ipeleng and Kosi and mentioned that both of them had qualified for the third round, and the other housemates, the other female housemates, Blue Ava, Olivia, Nana, and Yaya, were disqualified because they pulled the tissue instead of rolling. Okay, so at this point here, Kosi was joined by her partner Miracle, while Ipeleng was also joined by her partner Black Boy. Right now, for this particular third round, which was definitely what determined the head of house for this week, what Big Brother expected them to do was to bounce balloons. So Kosi had 2 balloons, Miracle had 2 balloons. Same thing for Black Boy and Ipeleng. They had 2 balloons each. So at the sound of the buzzer, they were expected to just start, tapping the balloons. Those things you play with your small children in church, or after a wedding or birthday, and then they'll now be bouncing it. Exactly that. Big Brother had told them that for the period of time that they're expected to play, the balloons must not touch the floor. They must not hold the balloons. They just have to keep tapping the balloons into the air. And at the sound of the buzzer, the housemates that still have their the team or the pair that still have their 4 balloons in their hands or whatnot, automatically becomes head of house, right? The first time they tried it, they were confused. Even me, I was confused. I'm like, Biggie, I don't understand this, your instructions, or like, what's happening, so it was just somehow, and somehow they called the winners, obviously, because when the buzzer went off, Black Boy and Ipeleng had qualified, and that was how they won the head of house for the week. Because from what Big Brother said, at the sound of the buzzer, you're supposed to drop the balloons. I don't know, like Big Brother's English was too much this night. Okay, so at the end of the year, Kosi was still holding on to one balloon, and Big Brother is like, why do you still have a balloon after the sound of the buzzer? So, that way, Black Boy and Ipeleng won. So both of them are the heads of house for this week. And of course, both of them will be sharing all the enjoyment in the Big Brother, in the head of house lounge. Big Brother had stated that there are treats there that can only be enjoyed in the head of house lounge, cannot be taken out of the head of house lounge, right? And he also told them that they were immune for the week, so they would not be put up for Jennifer, they will not be put up for possible evictions. And of course, it was time for those of you that are joining. Hey, better, what's wrong with you today? For those of you that are joining our family meeting for the very first time or in a long time, hi, welcome. Sit down, sit down, sit down. Don't make noise. Go to the back. People don't stand for front and they make the sit down, sit down, sit down. I'm just joking. Anyways, now it was time. Big Brother gave them 1 hour. So the head of house task took 1 hour from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. And of course, they had 1 hour before the live nomination show, right? And Big Brother had told them that this time around, they will be nominating 2 pairs each. So what that means is, if you're nominating Yelisa, it means you're nominating Yemi and Nelisa, and then you also have to nominate another pair, right? So 2 pairs, per nomination, and or say we did back already. Anyways, Big Brother also mentioned that the heads of house will be using their first veto power today. They already used it. I'm just narrating what happened this evening. Okay, so it was time for the live nomination. Now, before the live nominations, they had a family meeting, yes, in Biggie's house as well. They sat down, they were passing bottles around. Just tell us, how can we improve? How can we be better this week? Because Ebuka had told them that they were really boring last week. So the heads of house were just trying to hear, other people's opinions. And, Olivia was like, oh, she just feels like they need to do more. This one, like BBNaija, they were doing this, they did this. And, Melly's like, first of all, let's stop with the whole BBNaija, BBMzansi. Now we're here as a team. Let's work as a team. Let's just avoid all these segregations and all of that. And then of course Jenny O is like, yeah, I agree, but then at the end of the day, let's be realistic. We cannot be friends with everybody, but then at the same time, let's try to also, learn from people and all. Sure, they had this meeting back and forth. I think we can do this to be better. Let's play more games. Let's do this. Let's do that. They had all of that conversation. I'm just hoping that all these things they talked about, I'm hoping that they implement this week. It's not like they'll not be stressing me to just be listening to conversations that they will never put into practice and all. So that aside, I'm just hoping that they're able to, just bring all of these things they've discussed to life. So now it was time for the live nominations. And, Big Brother told them that when he calls a particular pair, only one housemate from that pair is allowed to come into the diary room. And of course, you now call out the names of the people you want to put up. Cassandra, you might want to hold on because that's what I'm about to do. Okay, welcome. And hold on. Thank you. All right. So the nomination started with Tabana, and of course you guys know Tabana right now, yeah? So Tabana is Nana and Tabang, okay? And they nominated Teothro and Sandra. So that's Santio. And so let me just call the names because I know that some people are not conversant with the team names yet. Okay, so Tabana, that's Tabang and Nana, they nominated Santio, and Santio is Teo, that's Teothro and Sandra. They also nominated Justin and Yvonne, that's Juvon, right? So Teothro, Sandra, Justin, Yvonne. Then for Team Yelisa, they nominated Santio, that's Sandra and Teo, and Justin and Yvonne. Now for Juovla, that's Juicy J and Olivia, they nominated Tabang and Nana, that's Tabana and they also nominated Santio. That's Sandra and Teotro, right? For JK, that's JP and Luke. They nominated Santio, that's Sandra and Teo. They also nominated Yelisa, so that's Yemi and Nelisa. Now for Juvon, they nominated, Juvon is Justin and Yvonne. They nominated Ebubu and Taxi, so that's the Royals. They nominated the Royals, and they also nominated Yelisa. Okay? The Royals, that's Ebubu and Taxi, they nominated Santio, that's Sandra and Teo. They also nominated JK, that's JP and Luke. Okay? For Kaniva, so Kaniva is Kanaga and Blue Ava. They nominated JK, that's JP and Luke. They also nominated Olivia and Juicy J, that's Drovla, right? For Maya, Maya is Marvin and Yaya. They nominated Santio. By now, Santio should be ringing a bell in your ear because we don't call them Santio, and they also nominated Cossicle. So Cossicle is Kosi and Miracle. Now, moving on to Jenny Lee. Jenny Lee is Jenny O, obviously, and Meli. And both of them, their team nominated Santio and Royals. So Royals is Taxi and Ebubu. For Santio, they nominated Miracle and Kosi. They also nominated Tabang and Nana. Okay? Now, for Cossicle, that's Miracle and Kosi. They nominated Ebubu and Taxi. That's the Royals. They also nominated Santio, right? And last but not least, Blaqleng, our heads of house, you know, Black Boy and Ipeleng. They nominated Juvon, Justin and Yvonne. They also nominated Yelisa. And then Big Brother went on to announce the names of the teams or the pairs that are up for possible evictions. And they included Yelisa, Juvon, Santio, and Royals. I'll take that again. Yelisa, that's Yemi and Nelisa. Juvon, that's what's his name now? Justin and Yvonne. Santio, Sandra and Teo. And of course, Royals, that's Taxi and Ebubu. And of course, it was at this point that the heads of house had to use their first ever veto power. I mean, that's also the first veto power for the season and all of that. And they saved, and so for their power, they saved the Royals. So they saved Taxi and Ebubu, and they replaced them with Drovla. So they replaced them with Juicy J and Olivia. So right now, the housemates that are, or the teammates, how would I call them now? Right now, the pairs, yes, the pairs that are up for possible eviction this week include Yelisa, Juvon, Santio, and Drovla. Again, Yelisa, Juvon, Santio, and Drovla. So you can start voting now, right? There are 3 ways to vote. Website, you can vote on the website. You can also vote on the mobile site. And last but not least, you can vote on the DSTV app. You know, so just figure out what works for you and start voting for your faves if they're up for possible evictions this week. Okay, so that's basically what happened this evening. I mean, after they used the veto power, Ipeleng started crying because it's usually difficult, you know, being the first person to use veto power. You know, it's almost like whoever you replace is going to be like, so you did that to me, you did not send that person, you know. But then they'll get used to it. It's the game, so they'll get used to it, obviously. Yaya was also crying. I guess she was just really emotional and all of that. For some reason, I thought more people voted Costicle and Tabana more than the Royals. No. I think Costicles were actually called like 2 or 3 times, just maybe like 2 times or so, you know. So you need to start voting, okay? Yaya was really, really crying. I don't know if she was getting so emotional about the fact that, oh, she was just up last week and thankfully she's not up this week. So I don't even know why she was crying, but you know, whatever the reason, she shall cried. Now, earlier today, there was a mini basketball between what's their name now? Jenny O and Theo. They were having conversations and somehow they just started shouting. I mean, I did not even watch the fight because I wasn't even interested. I just felt like, you know, Jenny O was blowing things out of proportion. Like, I get it. Santio, what's his name now? Teotro was saying, oh, let's stake. So the whole conversation was just all about, how much are they going to stake for their wager this week and all of that. And this guy, Teotro, was like, let's take all our 100% and all of that. Let's take that. And then others are like, no, let's do 50-50 just in case we don't win so that we can also have 50%, blah, blah, blah. Somehow they started arguing, and before we knew it, Jenny O just buy the market, come face Teotro, just come the shout, like, they'll be fine. Like, that's none of my business right now, okay? I'm not, all those nonsense, yama fights, not be waiting, they worry me now. But yeah, these are the housemates that are up. I think that's basically it, guys. Yeah, that's basically it. And Teotro and Sandra team na joke. So again, another thing I feel like put them on the spot was that whole back and forth Sandra had yesterday. Yeah, and a lot of people have not bonded with you, so it's like, bye boy, bye girl, like, that's why I don't know, I'm just saying. But then again, if you, yeah, and that's exactly, I feel like it was because of the whole Sandra thing yesterday that just made them start calling Sandra, 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 Sandra. I don't know, guys. This whole twist is definitely going to change the dynamics of the game just a little bit, nothing too serious. They'll get used to it. They'll start bonding a lot more, and I'm just hoping that this week they can do more together. They can do more together as a bigger body. I don't want all this, all because we're Nigerians, I'm talking to only Nigerians, or because we're, I don't like it. If you guys are together, then act like it. Well, nobody is saying you have to be best of friends with everybody, but just try to have that unison, like, do things together. Today, Olivia was like, see, we're not here to just sleep and gossip. And in my mind, I'm like, exactly, because that's basically all you guys have been doing. You gossip in your groups, and it's just really frustrating. It's bad enough that your fate already lies in the hands of another person. So can you guys just do more? You see what I'm saying? That's if I'm even talking to the housemates. But anyways, this week, let's see what it holds. Let's see how they're able to handle it. Let's also see. Well, I feel like this week, in terms of leadership, I cannot particularly compare Melly's leadership to, what's it called now, to Blaqleng, because now they're two. So they're going to rub minds together before they act and all of that. So we cannot particularly compare and contrast and say, oh, this was better than this, So I guess Melly is off the line. We cannot say, oh, he did not do this one, this is better, because now it's like there's a pair, two heads are better than one, like they say. So hopefully, I'm looking forward to this week. I'm sure no one nominated Jenny O because of Melly. Yeah, so it's good and it's bad. Like, people would not vote some pairs because of the second partner. So let me give you guys a very perfect example. Whilst they were still thinking about the groups or the pairs to nominate, Olivia was telling Juicy J, oh, let's not nominate Jenny O and Juicy J, and let's not nominate Jenny O and Melly, because back again, if you think about Big Brother Naija, people like those that are always in the kitchen, blah blah blah. I'm like, madam, it's not about the kitchen, you're just trying to save your friend, we get it. But so there are these factors. For example, there's another team that wanted to nominate what's their name now, Tabang and Nana, simply because of Nana, but then they had to now say, no, for now let's leave them because of Tabang. So it's good and bad. It has its pros, it has its cons. So I'm just going to ignore you because you don't deserve my, I don't need to stress it. Better. Because if I talk now, people will say Better is talking too much. I'll try to comport. This is a new year. So for now, let me just be comporting, because I don't think I might keep calm the next time I see something like that. No, don't tell me you're kidding, because that's just dumb. I'm sorry, but that's dumb. Anyways, guys, that's basically all the things that I wanted to share. I'm looking forward to seeing how this week plays out in terms of the games and the tasks and all of that. Just I want to see. I'm hoping that there's no beef between Juicy J, Olivia, then Ipeleng and Black Boy. Juicy J might not be beefing them, but I don't know about Olivia, because like, so you not see anybody else to replace, is my own group and all of that. So yeah, let's just see how all of that pans out. I'm really excited for this new week. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. Thank you so much for watching. Those of you that are joking, carry your joke and move. I'm trying so hard not to answer, because if I talk within in my mind, it no go good. So yeah, let me just jokingly end the live, because yeah, we're done here. Okay, thank you guys so much for joining. I love you guys so much, and I will definitely see you guys on the next one. Okay, bye.